We are live. Send that on out. Publish it. Yep. Big stretch. Da, da, ba, da, ba, da. What if I were to just lock in and beat Bale first try? What if? Let's see. Problem I was running into was this range is too short. So I could mitigate that by using a bigger weapon. This will have projectiles. I say we go for this. It'll also have freeze buildup, which I don't think will do anything to him. But hey, if it procs, it procs. So we wait. Wondrous physic. Howdy, hey, Hooli. Jelly, my afternoon buddy. How you doing this fine morning? I'm doing good. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. 7 months. Nice, nice. Boosts max HP. Steadily restores max HP. Consumption. This looks like a job for Vile Bale. Sure does. Hopefully we're up to the task as well. Here's what I want. I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of charged attacks on him, so I don't want that to be a particular focus. Let's just say boost stamina recovery speed. Seems good. And honestly, like I'm gonna try not to use my shield as much as possible, but not having the deflecting hard tier is a bit of a difficult ask at this point. It is pretty integral to how I have learned to play. All right, you know what? We're going for it. We're just going for it. Howdy, Paraskal. We're going for it. You're not edging it up with anime dual swords anymore? Not yet. Or not right now, rather. Alright, off to a bad start. The greedy double chug. Jelly more like smelly. Rude! Not great. Not going great. The greedy double chug once more. Oh, right, that's the tailspin. I didn't mean to do that. Too early. Right, that's 2 sometimes. I don't even know what hit me there. Oh, nice. Alright, looking good. Wow, that's big damage. Interesting. Nope. Don't try to block that. Hitbox is wonky. I have no clue what even hits me there. That attack looks very cool. I have absolutely no idea what is hitting me the first time around. Does Elden Ring have a problem with bosses being even more BS after Dark Souls 3 Bloodborne? It really depends on what you mean by that. There are some bosses, certainly yes, that I think extend past what I think is reasonable in terms of speed and combo length, in terms of punishability in a lot of ways. Has that been present in the DLC? Thankfully, not really. No. There are very few bosses, I think, in the DLC that go past what I think is acceptable in terms of boss variability and design. Now, does that mean that all of them are completely perfect in their design? No. Bale, for example, right now, I think this is a good boss. I'm trying very hard to enjoy this boss. However, I'm running into FromSoft's consistent problem of pretty bad cameras. It is impossible to fight Bale and not end up inside of his torso at some point. It is just an impossibility of how the fight is designed. I think that is a pretty insane flaw to just run into every single time I fight him without fail. It makes the fight nigh incomprehensible at times. And that, to me, is unacceptable for a boss that is this large, with hitboxes this massive, who can deal that much damage. There is no point in this boss fight when I am taking this much damage, risking that much damage just by existing in his space, where I should be unable to see what he is doing. It really is, like, just a consistent problem. I really don't understand how FromSoft hasn't discovered panning the camera back tech. What I'll tell you what I really don't understand. I don't understand how they keep forgetting the panning the camera back tech, because they've done it before. In pretty much every single game, they have had a boss that is big enough that they will zoom the camera back. I was playing Bloodborne yesterday. It happens for Dark Beast Parl. They know that they can bring the camera back to fit more of the boss on screen to make it more comprehensible. They just don't. That's it. They just do not do it consistently. And so it leads to consistent problems with larger bosses like this in terms of readability, because of how big they are and how much they want to dominate your space. Does that ruin the fight? No. Again, I think this is probably a pretty good boss fight. However, the more that I run into this problem of the camera causing issues with the readability and understandability of the fight, the less I will enjoy it. So, it is really a matter of... I guess if I can kill the boss fast enough for those issues to not be a problem. That was just me fucking up. Yep, can't go for a full charge. Wrong flask. Although, with Moonlight Greatsword, I can get a punish on there. I'm not sure how exactly I'm meant to dodge that. I'm just dead. That was a bad attempt all around. I love Bale. He's so cute. How? As in, how did they design him this way? No Silk Song? Oh no. Wait, is there an event today? Also, you didn't ping the Stream Watcher roll. I will do so as soon as I am done with this fight. Wow. Alright, off to a good start. I forgot I can pause. Let me get that out. There we go. No Silk Song, so I've been told. Triple dip on the damage. Oh, of course it ran out. Oh, okay. I drank the wrong flask. I'm going to die. I don't like that I can't deal with that, and I just have to sort of heal through it. What exactly dealt damage to me there? No, that is not a punish. Out of range. Okay. I'm not really enjoying this AI pattern. Oh. Right. That is, for some reason, not a punish. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this fight has become incomprehensible in its second phase. Ha. Alright. Please kill me. Yeah. I do not like second phase Bale at all right now. The first phase is interesting. I think he has some nice variability in his patterns. The second phase, it feels like he is just doing attacks over and over again that I do not have a punish window for whatsoever, because he slams, and what would be my punish window is now an explosion of electricity, at which point he will continue his combo. Feels like he just keeps doing the ground slam that causes electric AoE. And there's nothing I can really do to actually get a hit in edgewise. And then when I do try to attack him, for some reason my attacks whiff at point blank. Is my depth perception fucked? What's going on here? Okay, we're gonna start over. We're going to start over. Please kill me. Please just kill me. Alright, I don't want to go in the fucking grab animation. There we go. I don't know. I think right now I'm suffering from a problem of I have horrible depth perception. And I don't know if that's a me problem with the camera, or I don't know if that's a problem with the camera, or if that is a me problem where I can't judge the distance properly. I feel like I have no frame of reference for how far away he actually is, so I am always surprised when my attacks whiff. I think that's a me problem. It could be both, but I'm more inclined to believe that it's a me problem, because I don't like blaming the game. Right, can't block that. Oh, come on. Phase 2 time. I don't know how that didn't hit me, but okay. I don't know. I feel like that jumping attack probably should have hit him, is all. At a certain point, that follow-up feels like the only consistent guard counter I really have. Oh, and now I'm gonna die. See, that is viscerally annoying to me. Not do that properly. Didn't need to double chug. That's damage. Come on, man. Nope, that is not a punish. Rebuff. Last Estus. That's my... Oh, input buffering made me panic roll. Input buffering made me panic roll. Oh, man. Alright, well, at least I know what is actually doing damage to me whenever he does the sweeping fire. Which is that he blows fire on the ground the entire arena away from me and it sweeps across. So now I can at least understand that a little bit. Alright, we can do this. Off to a fucking terrible start. That's gonna hit me. I don't know why I'm forgetting what I learned. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna throw this one entirely. We're just gonna get this one out of here. That's not the one. That's not the one. Just get it out of here. Don't even try. Wonder if the regen shield wouldn't be the play here. Any amount of damage regen we could give ourselves would not be enough to counteract any damage we take. What's the state of Bale today? Almost beat him. Still not really enjoying the fight, unfortunately. Oh, that was a frost proc. Okay, gotcha. See, that's the shit that makes me not like the fight. Is I know the only reason I couldn't block that is camera issues. I also agree that Bale is a bit overkill. I don't think my problems with him are that he's overkill. I think my largest problems I'm running into with him are not unique to him whatsoever, which is why I'm so upset. Because this feels like a good fight that is ruined by shit that FromSoft could solve, but just doesn't. Okay, that's jumpable, and somehow I whiffed both of those jumping attacks, despite them being directly next to his head. That's jumpable as well, I like that. Buff up. Alright. Thank you for the damage. Too early on the dodge. Oh! Frost proc, let's go! I fucking dodged it perfectly? Oh my god! His only lock-on point is his head, yes. No! I wanted to summon the ladies! I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. Cool. Very fun. Alright. Maddie, thank you for telling me that was jumpable. That massively improved the fight. However, once again, that means that I can criticize FromSoft, because how am I supposed to know that the attack where lightning strikes down from above onto the ground can be jumped? How am I meant to intuit that an attack that comes from above I can jump over? It is a damn shame. If you had not told me that, I probably would have ended up really, really, really not liking this fight. That's cool that you can. I do like that, don't get me wrong. However, I think this is a fight that is severely, severely, severely held back by the gaps in FromSoft's design chops. I don't know. It is very strange for me to say these things, I feel like. Because if they were such consistent problems, like, obviously I wouldn't be the only one noticing them. I don't want to believe that the reason no one else has really made consistent sweeping critiques about these things and hammered them home so thoroughly is just because everyone loves From so much. I don't want to just chalk it up to, like, fanboyism as the reason why From hasn't improved in this regard. But going back through Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring, there is a consistent issue with the camera in this game, and a consistent issue with poor communication of player response. And I really, really don't like that, especially because I know for a fact that they can solve every single one of these issues because they do it in Sekiro. Sekiro solves every single one of From's consistent problems with the camera and with player communication by pulling the camera back on bigger enemies and by giving you strong visual indicators of what your expected response is. The difficulty is not, what do I do? The difficulty is, how do I do it perfectly? And it just really confuses me that they can go from Sekiro, which it does such an excellent job of being in communication with the player and telling them everything they need to know in order to master the systems, to this, where they add a jump button, and I would say a solid 90% of the attacks which you can jump are plainly unintuitive. I would never, ever, in all my time fighting Bale alone, have guessed that I could jump the lightning strikes. Because that doesn't make any sense at all. They come down from above to strike the ground. There is no reason whatsoever that jumping that should protect me from damage. That does not make any sense whatsoever. And likewise, there are attacks which use the one consistent visual tell, ground shockwaves, that is the one thing you should know just intuitively that you can jump from fighting trolls and fighting dragons that stomp the entire game. They use that in the Horalu fight for attacks that you can't jump, because he rips the ground up and chunks of rock come spewing out, right? So I love jumping as a defensive option. I think it's a really good evolution of the format. It's a very good addition to the basic player toolset. They have done an absolutely horrendous job of communicating to the player when it can be used. I genuinely think that is one of Elden Ring's biggest, most incomprehensible failings as a game, is the inclusion of a jump and the complete disregard for teaching the player how to use it as the incredibly strong defensive tool it is. Now, you're probably going to get some people who are saying, oh, that means that you're just supposed to learn. It's a tool that you figure out for yourself. It's good. You look at attacks and you judge for yourself, can this be jumped? That's how powerful it is. I disagree completely. If my response to the boss is based on guesswork, which is different from experimentation, because guesswork implies that I do not have any clue whether it will work. Experimentation is, will this work intuitively? And if it does, cool. Guesswork is, I don't know, let's try it. Most of the jump attacks in Elden Ring require guesswork to understand. Once you know it's jumpable, hey, it's fucking open season. Let's have a great time with this. That's a really cool attack. That's a cool response that I have to it. But the fact that that is never clearly communicated to the player is an objective flaw of the system. I want to engage with this new mechanic. They do everything in their power to make doing so difficult. All right. Let's go talk to Igon. The big O word coming out. I know. I really gotta throw my weight around here. Overall, Bale is an okay boss. I like him less because the way that he is designed makes my preferred playstyle difficult to utilize. But overall, I think he is of good quality. I think that was a fun boss that is held back by poor mechanical communication and, frankly, inexcusable camera issues. Igon's great bow. Ooh, this whole set. Igon's gauntlets. Igon's bell bearing. Ooh. What does this armor look like? I'm kind of interested in that. This just looks dumb. Oh, it's lighter. I don't like how wide it makes the torso, and I don't really like having the arms exposed. Do I have long gloves that I might be able to cover it up with? Oh, it's like one chain glove, one regular one. I might be into that. Hold on. Nope, doesn't match. Igon helm. Like a more wrapped up version of the traveler hat. And then the loincloth. Cool. Hobo wizard indeed. And then we go over here, because now we have Bale's heart. Good to go. Big stretch. Oh, she's gone. Priestess heart. Flowerstone gavel. Okay, well. Let's check out what the item descriptions say. Gorge upon this heart, dotted with horn-like gravel stones and glistening with deep red liquor. Gorge upon this at the grand altar of Dragon Communion to absorb Bale's power. Igon's harpoon. Okay. Helm of the half-broken Drake warrior Igon, from a set of armor comprised of a miscellany of parts. Miscellany? I've never heard that word before. This tattered protective wear is shaped like a bugle. Poor scavenger of battlefields found honor through Dragon Communion. Filthy belongings are attached to this tattered piece of protective wear. None more than a mishmash of tatters and remnants stripped from a corpse found in the aftermath of a battle. Ooh. Interesting. Use while disrobed to turn one's human flesh into an ancient dragon. This cannot be changed, cannot be undone except by death. Using this heart while already transformed boosts incantations of the capital's ancient dragon cult. The priestess was once an ancient dragon herself, but sacrificed that form for feeble flesh to aid in the destruction of Bale the Dread. Flower Dragon Bowl. Cool. Right. Communion with Bale. So both are incantations, neither of which I can use. Roar with a heatwave blast. Strike with flame lightning infused talon bone. This sounds cool. We'll go for that. Ritual of Dragon Communion. Ghost Flame Breath. Right, can't use any of those, but nice. Let's level up a bit. What are we leveling? Arcane to 15, and I think we wanted to get Faith to 25. Yeah, we want to get Faith to 25 as soon as possible so that we can use this without needing the talisman. Okay, cool. I was about to say I could go back and fight Lich Dragon Senesax. No, thank you. That's all right. How do I get down here? The secret? I'm wondering if... Because I went into a catacomb here and came out there. This feels like it's positioned so I could maybe do the same thing. That's the feeling that I get. I'm going to explore here a little. Although I feel like I explored this, like, fully. I got all the way to the end. Didn't I? This is where I got the, Lamenter Mask, right? Endgame Elden Ring is so fucking silly, man. I'm sitting here casually carrying around 200,000 runes. Because I know that if I die with them, it's like, what the fuck? You know, who cares? Not like I could use them anyway. I don't know. It looks like... I just feel like this goes way down, right? No, not the slop. Get off me, Blobchen. Get off. It's not Prince of Persia anymore. Oh, I went the wrong way. I thought there was an exit over here. Here it is. Unless this is where I came from. I'm lost already. There we go. Out. Leveling doesn't really... I think I already read that. It doesn't really matter, but I'm not so much leveling so that I can meet, like, stat requirements that enemies are asking of me. I'm more so leveling so that I can get equipment requirements. No, that's okay. Excuse me, sorry. Yep. Bunch of them. I think it's this way. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They can go down here. Across. That calls it down. Again, it feels like if this is the way down... I've already been all the way down here, haven't I? Yeah. This is where I fought the Lamenter. Those are all caved in. Nothing here, nothing to see. Okay, then. Alright, how do I get down there? This is me asking for an explicit backseat. Because I would just like to know how to get there. Your idea is good, but different dungeon. Is it a dungeon that I've found? I also need to come back here. I was looking it up. I missed the anvil in this place, which I thought I did. I just couldn't get a handle on where the anvil might be. Just tried to do a Sekiro quick step off that ledge. The path starts at Messmer's castle. Interesting. All roads lead to Messmer, it seems. Sorry, Blobchad. Man, Prince of Persia streams were great. That was a really fun game. I had a great time with that. I should really play, what is it, Lost Crown? I should play Lost Crown sometime. It'd be fun. Although it's not really like the other Prince of Persia games, is it? That one's more Metroidvania than action platformer. No! You can tell I've been playing a different FromSoft game in the off-season. Lost Crown is really good. I'll have to check it out sometime then. Real. Okay. It's 2D like the old Prince of Persia. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Adios, Xenu. Ow. Bad guard counter. Gotcha. That did no damage. I gotta hit him where it hurts. I want to use my Smith's Grip Spear for a bit. Where is it? Swiss. I got this thing. This thing has a unique moveset, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's cool. Not what I'm going to use, but it is cool. It's magic. Cool. These weapons are really fun. I hope they're not completely shit. What do they scale with? Well, mine scales with a little bit of everything. Huh. Which is good, because my build uses a little bit of everything, I suppose. Hey, buddy. You doing okay? Alright. You have fun over there. What am I missing here? There's a forge that I can get to that I don't know how. I don't even know where the forge is. Is this it? No. Oh, how do I get to that lever? Have I art? Okay. I pulled the lever the first time I went through the dungeon, and then never, ever, ever went through the door it opened. Amazing. Incredible work. Streamer blindness, baby! We love it! Please don't hurt me. Howdy, Goldie. I am having a good day. I beat Bale. No, I've already been back here. This is where the Smith script... Okay. Well, I'm now lost again. Why would I want to be able to close it from the inside? Okay, can we get the royal procession out of the hallway, please? Will this kill? No. That's annoying. Alright, let's pull it and see what happens. There has to be a reason that we can lift that up and down. Well, there we go. Alright. Yoink. Ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Need more arcane. Alright, that is just Soul Edge. That is Soul Edge without the eye. What's the ability? Summons white light from the crevice in the weapon's ancient meteoric ore, using its power for a charging attack which pierces foes. Additional input causes the light to explode. I need more arcane to see what that does. Do I have the arcane talisman? I do. Interesting. That's cool as fuck. What? Nice! I'm gonna use the flail for a bit, because I just remembered that the flail now matches the shield that I'm using. Insane damage too? It's a piercing attack, so it must be, yeah. Flail time, baby. Even though it has the worst charge attack ever, it does really good guard impact. Guard counter. Jesus. Getting my fighting game terms mixed up. What Ash of War do I even have on this thing? Wild Strikes? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know why Wild Strikes. I think I probably want to use the, I mean, well, I could use this one, but... like, theoretically... I should use this. Because it scales well with my build. Right? This is a high int scaling weapon. And it's a flail. So theoretically... I should be using Bastard Stars. However, this looks dumb as hell. So I don't wanna. Literally the coolest thing ever. It looks like it could hang over a baby's crib. That's the vibe that I get from this thing. There's also this, which is a faith scaling one. But I don't like that these always clip into each other. And I think the special ability kind of sucks. Because you have to recast it every single time you do a heavy attack. Looks cool, though. Does that sound mean there's a... You're hearing that, right? That's the scarab sound. I just remembered something. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? No, it was further into camp, wasn't it? I don't want it... not nighttime, please. Let there be light. I would like to be able to see. Last week I was playing Liza P, which gave a weapon that did that right. I assume you're talking about La Vendetta, which is my favorite weapon in Liza P. That thing is so fucking cool. It's so cool. Okay. I remember there being a scarab floating somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it was, though. I got it with the pistol drill and it was explosions drilling. Do you mean as long as you hold the strong attack, it just keeps exploding? Is that how it interacts with that? Was it? Yeah, but I got interrupted a lot. Them as the breaks, I suppose. But that sounds really fun. The weapon experimentation in Lies of P is so much fun, man. My only criticism for the weapon experimentation is that weapons have specific like stab and slash modifiers that make it so that if you mismatch the attack type, it does like way less damage. And like intuitively I understand that, and it makes sense, but I would prefer to be able to experiment more at the cost of realism. Where the hell was it? Lenses checkpoint? I know I saw a flying one. Okay, it's not here. No. Is it... Where was it? I could have sworn it was up on the hill where all the perfumers were. Up here. Please stop me if I'm insane, chat. I could have sworn that at some point I saw a scarab in this, like, way in the sky. Somewhere. I just don't remember where it was. It was leading up... It was here! It was leading up to Castle Lensis. It was here. It was here. Okay. Or Shadow Keep, or whatever it's called. Wouldn't put it past Elden Ring. I think my overall favorite weapon is the Puppet Future Flamethrower. I kept melting the whole place. It was a really fun weapon, yeah. I like that a lot. I liked that the DLC added a bunch of weapons that had alternate attack types that made them just do... made advanced builds have a lot more options than just weapon buff. That was really cool. Hi, Jill in chat. That's the one thing that Elden Ring and Lies of P have in common with their DLC is massively expanding what the player is capable in terms of combat options. There it is! See? I wasn't crazy. I wasn't crazy. I can fight at range 2 now. I was about to say, wow, that did no damage. Oh, it just keeps getting recast because you're standing... There we go. Wow, that damage fall off is crazy. Oh my god. That uses a lot of stamina. That uses a lot of stamina. Okay. I forget if I said it. Howdy, Lemonade. Welcome, welcome. Get back here, you little rascal. Gotcha. Oh! Rolling sparks. Let's test that out. Alright. So, how do I get down here? I wonder if I want to get up on this cliff, maybe? Back to flail. Yeah, I'd like to get up on this cliff. How's Bale in the end for you, Jelly? I think it is a good boss that is massively held back by FromSoft's consistent design problems. Which is unfortunate, but overall I did enjoy him. Alright, well, there goes that. Unless... I think that exists just to obscure the place. Yeah, I don't think I can get up there. Let's see. That won't kill us, right? Yeah, we're fine. Just gotta be sure. It's Elden Ring. You never know. Can I get up from over here? Hello there. Well, I definitely think that I'm on the right track now. Oh, yeah. We're going in the right direction. Kind of wish Elden Ring has a talisman that increases the damage drop-off of projectiles. Night Rain introduces it, and it feels so good. I'm surprised it took this long. Oh, did they... Is that what, raises attack power, boosts attack power, increases the effective range of bows, and raises attack power of... Oh, wow. Does this not affect... Is this new? I thought this was in the base game. I think I'd like to do an archer build sometime, but I also feel like that would be fucking miserable. You know what I mean? Oh, oh. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, well, this is a fight that I do not want to engage with even slightly, so goodbye. They increase range and power, yeah, but the damage still drops off after a distance. In Night Rain, it's a passive you can get for some weapons. Interesting. What'd you leave here? I abandon here my eye. The Mikola suffered from streamer blindness as well. Alright. Okay, there's gotta be something more up here than just a Shadow Tree fragment, right? That one's not rhetorical. If there's anything up here, or if there isn't anything up here, I would like to know. Oh. Is that a chest? No, it's a sack of... Yeah, that's just a sack. Let's go up here. Night Rain seems like it made a lot of mechanical changes that were sorely needed, which is nice. It's just a shame that, like, that noise. Oh, the wild boar. It's just a shame that, like, I don't want to buy Night Rain, because I don't think $40 is a reasonable price for that. It seems like a very experimental, like, multiplayer asset flip kind of thing, and that's fine. You know, if that were like an expansion to Elden Ring, I mean, which it is. If that were like DLC for this game or something like that, and it was like $20 maybe, then we'd be talking. But I'm not. I don't want to spend full game price on just a bunch of stuff thrown together. Really. Which, you know, they have designed new bosses, but what I have seen of Night Rain does not convince me that that is a full price product. Which I know technically 40 is a discounted price, but I don't know. You understand what I'm saying. It just doesn't feel right. Lots of cool stuff it added to movement and general feel of gameplay are nice. Didn't expect Night Rain to play more than Night Rain for 20 hours because I've seen everything, because of everything I've seen initially. But now I got 220 hours. I've had a lot of fun with my friends, but I agree with you. That's generally the feel. Like, I don't doubt that it's a good game. I don't doubt that it would be a really fun time. I just don't personally feel right spending $40 on it. If it were $20, I would have already bought it. I would have probably bought it at launch. But I don't think that I want to spend $40 on it. It really does feel like an asset flip, which it feels kind of rude for me to dismiss it as that. But like, when I see them just using the Nameless King and a bunch of other bosses, and you can unlock skins for all the characters that are just other characters from previous Dark Souls games, it just feels like, bleh. Especially with one of my main problems with Elden Ring being so much asset reuse, I just don't feel right about it all. Please. Oh, it wasn't fast enough. Alright, I have no idea how to get down here. I haven't the faintest. I think C8, you said that the way starts in this castle? So you gotta go to the Hippo Site of Grace. I have to go to the Hippo Site of Grace to get here? Okay. That's insane, but okay. Did I do everything? I do want to check in about this again real quick. Was really all that was here just an ulcerated tree spirit? I don't think I fully explored this area. No, I did, because I went down here and... Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's such a shame, man. That's such a shame. I think that's one of the things that I have been consistently disappointed by the DLC about, is, like, I understand that it still is Elden Ring. I understand that they are going to reuse some bosses from the base game, because it can't all be completely new. But the enemy variety is just so lackluster. And the fact that so many times you'll be, like, prompted with what feels like it might be something exciting and new, and then it's just something you've already... That's a massive crab. Holy shit. Something you've already fought is really disappointing to me. The fact that this just ended up being an ulcerated tree spirit was heartbreaking. Because I entered the area and I was like, yo, what the hell is that? And then I saw how it moved and I realized, fuck, I've already fought that thing 7 times. Got him. Fuck you, 9 million grave birds. That really is how it feels. That really is how it feels. They're everywhere, man. It feels like the only... Like, they've added 3 enemy factions in this DLC. And it's the grave birds... It's the blood... Are we serious right now? Are we for real? Okay, no, fuck you, Wild Strikes. Never mind, he did the one move that would break the hyper armor of Wild Strikes. I'm just gonna keep going, personally. I didn't even know they could bleed. Well, I guess it does have flesh in there, so... Oh! I got grabbed. They heard your complaint and they just want to validate it. Isn't streaming wonderful like that, huh? How many times has that happened throughout this playthrough? Of, I have a problem, I talk about the problem, and then the problem illustrates itself immediately. Okay, so that's why I have Wild Strikes on this thing. Iris of Oculation. Please don't just be like a consumable FP thing. Place on the eye of another to deny them light in all its form. Oh boy, I can't wait to enter the kingdom of heaven. Iris of Oculation. Sorry, Occultation. You shall never see the grace of God. Can also be used to receive the blessing of an equipped Great Rune at the cost of all runes currently held. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not too keen on that one. Wouldn't put it past Ginzo. That crazy old man would probably do it. Okay, yeah, that will still kill me. I can't believe there were 2 of them. I can't believe there were 2 of them. That's crazy. Okay, is there anything else down here? Don't jinx it. You know what? There is probably enough room for a 3rd. Oh, never mind. There's definitely a 3rd. No? Oh, wow. Restraint. Interesting. All right, let's go to the hippo. Main Gate Plaza. It's a game about death and decay. They can be plopped whenever. So true. Taken right from Reddit's book of explanations. No, such thing is utterly inconceivable. We've not been abandoned. Mesmerus, the Queen of Sun Marika. Okay, yep. Then go east. I love that method. It never failed me when defending Dark Souls 3. Isn't it so useful to just be able to say, like, no, you don't understand. It's bad and difficult because the game is about struggling and overcoming adversity. So that's why it feels unfair, because sometimes challenges are unfair, but you have to learn how to overcome them. It works for everything, without fail. You can always just say, it's supposed to be like that. Because Dark Souls is hard. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Any criticisms that exist for Dark Souls can be immediately rebuffed by just saying, but it's supposed to be hard. What, Waterfowl Dance is completely undodgeable in some situations? It's supposed to be difficult. I thought that's what you wanted. Okay. I have gone east. Oh! For no reason, I wonder what you'd think of Rain World. I talked about Rain World. It is simply too difficult for me. I think I saw this and then I stopped going this way. Yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah, I forgot about this. Oh. Oh, no, there was just a painting down here. Hold on a minute. Yeah, extremely... You can see the full outline of it. Fucking least obvious invisible wall ever created. Oh, hell yeah! Random coffin ride! Let's go! These things are practically roller coasters in this game. Fucking dime a dozen coffin taxis. I guess if they're gonna be everywhere, you might as well use them for something. Yeah, there's no way that would save you. I love the fact that all the coffins piled up here implies that other people have used this as a transportation method. Like, that's just how you're supposed to get down here. If you work down in this part of the castle, that's just part of your daily commute. Let me guess, is there an ulcerated tree spirit in here? No. They're restrained. Oh, there's nothing in here. Okay, well, Shadow of the Erdtree Classic. We made it! I don't like that I can see remnants of a fire carriage, because that means that there might be a fire carriage. Unless, hold on. Alright, this place rules. This place rules. But who takes all the coffins back up at the end of the day? You know, they're probably just magic coffins that do it by themselves. Furnace visage. Please be dead for real, and then I go up to your head and I grab the crystal tear that would normally be in there. And it's this really interesting, like, piece of world building. Where it's like, whoa, I could have fought this one, but it was already taken down. Upgrade for the girls! Upgrade for the girls! Let's go. No. Come on, Torrent. Torrent, this is also an upgrade for you. I'm so sad I didn't get to summon the girls. There is no light in this world. Thank you, input buffering. Interesting. Interesting range. I don't really think this is doing it any faster, particularly. These things suck. These things well and truly suck. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. Oh, boy. Why? Why are there so many of them? Why would you do that? What could possibly compel you to put so many of them in this game? What a great first impression I get for this new zone. I'm so happy. I don't know why I'm drinking this. What the fuck? The quad chug. Is he still going? Oh, my bad. Oh, there's not sufficient disk space to continue recording. Good to know. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know I'd taken up that much space. There has to be something that I can do to encode my streams to not take up so much space, because when I downloaded the previous one that was like 8 hours from Twitch, it was like 12 gigabytes. As opposed to the, like, 100 or so that it was recording it directly. Now, that's probably to do with, like, the quality. But if I can sacrifice recording quality to ensure more disk space, I would do that in an instant. I do not want 100 gigabyte videos that take 4 hours to upload. From might legitimately have run out of good ideas for fantastical enemies. I don't think that's the case. I think they have run out of interesting ways for the player to engage with these fantastical enemies. They have run up against the constraints of the system. And now the only way that they have for engaging with this massive, hulking, flaming chariot behemoth is wail on its legs while it does big fire stomps. Why is... okay. I honestly might kill him before I get the next stagger. And now I'm dead. These things are simply too big to fight. And now he's on uneven terrain, making him quite literally impossible to fight. Please just die. Oh. Alright. Oil-soaked tear. Okay. What is... Does that coat my attacks in oil that would improve fire damage? I got the fucking lube tier. Why are you there? No, don't mind me. Don't mind me. No, stop. Torrent, calm the fuck down, please. Okay, I guess we'll take the stairs like normal people. Lost Ashes of War. Be good if I had any use for that whatsoever. Alright. No. Ooh. I just sneeze. Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. How do I get into the castle proper? There's probably a talisman in there. Okay. God, this lantern is not doing shit. Oh, wrong one. Got him. There's a fun thing to do with this guy. I have an idea. I have an idea. Hold on. If this brings him back to life, I'm going to lose my shit. Oh. Please pick up the item. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'll get off my horse, I guess. Stone sheaths. Okay, well, hold on. You have my attention. What the hell is that? Sword that none can pull from its scabbard of cracked stone. Relic of a civilization from a long time past. Said to have served a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. Fucking sword in the stone? I like that. I assume there's some way to get it out of the scabbard? I really like how this thing looks, too. I think I'm going to upgrade this as is. And then if I find a way to... It's just a club at this point. It's a very nice club, though, isn't it? I do need a straight sword that I have upgraded. Alright, let's get this shit over with. Alright, we're on uneven terrain. Actually, how about this? Just kill me, and then I'll come back with full flasks, and I won't have to deal with, you know, trying to preserve health while fighting you. Oh, that's fine, I guess. That works, too. Thank you. Oh, Jesus, man. Theoretically, that could have been a very cool interaction. In fact, you know, I will not take away from that. That was a very cool interaction. Alright? I liked being able to reignite the fire as a way of getting him out of the way. I think that's really cool. That's inventive. It makes intuitive sense. I fucking hate fighting this thing so much that the excitement of having done something cool to organically explore the world is ruined by having another one of these fucking things in existence. I am so sick of this thing. I've been sick of this thing since the first one. These might be my least favorite part of the entire expansion. They are that just horrendous to me. There is just nothing enjoyable about fighting these at all. It's like Fire Giant without any of the spectacle. Hopefully it doesn't glitch into a wall. I should have known he was doing that. I don't think I care enough to really try and avoid damage all that much. Oh, there we go. Please don't fall in a position where I can't... Good, okay. That's just an unreasonable amount of health. Too early. I feel like they could have iterated more with each fight. There's only one variation. Yeah. They could have done anything at all. I feel like this is... Oh, controller died. Well. One moment, please. Where's... Just use wired. That's the wrong wire. There it is. There we go. I genuinely think these things are simply just too big to fight. They are too massive for there to ever be an interesting encounter designed around them. Oh, you can't even roll through it. Gotcha. One more. Imagine if each had a little Shadow of the Colossus puzzle associated with it. I would much prefer if these were all, like, ancient dragon type boss fights, where the real gimmick was figuring out how to actually damage them. Like, the ones where I had to get to an elevated location and throw stuff into their head, those are genuinely magnitudes better than the ones where I just have to wail on their legs. They are so much better, because it is a much more brief encounter where the challenge is instead get to a specific location to do a specific a specific action. It feels more like just a real simple puzzle boss, but the puzzles need consumables that are extremely unintuitive as well. The fact that you need to throw more fire into it to kill it makes no sense at all. I would have preferred if we got a gimmick weapon that enabled us to fight them anywhere, like Storm Ruler with Rykard. That would be really cool too, yeah. Rykard is way too big to fight with normal means, but you know what they do? You know what they do with Rykard? They zoom the camera way the fuck back, and they give you a weapon specifically for fighting a boss that is that big, because they know it would be impossible to fight with normal means. So they completely redesign the player experience to handle an encounter of that size. How do they keep forgetting lessons that they learn in the same game? How is that possible? It's like streamer blindness for mechanical proficiency. I don't know how that's possible. One guy who keeps making the camera zoom out idea takes too many days off. I mean, listen, man. Give him all the fucking vacation days he wants with ideas like that. They'd fix this fucking game. But learn from him. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do really want to figure out what's going on with that sword in the stone, though. That's really exciting. Which, I have a lot of souls. We're gonna level up, and then I think go and spend the rest of them. We want more faith. Round table. How about lowering one onto an unstable bridge so it falls and breaks its legs? That could be fun, yeah. Anything other than, here is a massive hitbox. Hit it. I almost don't want to be able to get it out of the scabbard. Like, this kind of fits my fit pretty well. Doesn't it? I don't think these legs match. That's better. Wow, that was perfect. Nice. Somber, nice. Any more somber? This thing also has square off, which I love. Really good. Can I infuse it? That is a really important question, actually. Hello there. We need one of you. And that's it. The guy that keeps showing up is Miyazaki for Swamps. And the guy who wants to make a platformer but is stuck with Souls games. Oh no. At least platformers would be able to effectively communicate when you need to jump. You know, we're going all the way. We're going all the way. I have faith. That's a respectable amount of damage for what is essentially a stone cudgel. Alright, where was I? I was... here. Square off is like a cheat code with how early you can get your hands on it. It's genuinely one of the best Ashes of War in the game. Like, this does crazy stagger damage. That shit is insane. I would like to, at some point, do a run the same way that Joe does a run. Oh, you can't... Not being able to buffer and fuse makes me a little upset. I don't like that. I would love to do a run the way that Joe does, where it seems like his preferred way of playing is just to two-hand a longsword. Because I think that would honestly be really effective in this game. Oh, no! Just because of how strong Square Off is as an Ash of War. Because I'm pretty sure it does enough stagger to just, like... You do it twice, and then you will posture break most bosses in the game. Right? Pretty sure regular enemies is just one and done. Yeah. That shit is crazy. Most bosses stagger bar of 80, and this does 40 average. Jesus. Oh, that's a lot of guys. It's a grab. It's another grab. Got him. Skillful gameplay. You're still alive? Go away. That did quite a lot of stagger, too. Oh, did we make it down to the riverbed? We did. Huh. Well, alright then. Moving right along. I probably should have... Who the fuck asked? Who asked? Go away. Go away. Alright. What is over here? Is this a, booby snack? Over here? Yo, grave birds, just what I wanted. You know, I was thinking this place was lacking in a little enemy variety. Oh, there's literally nothing over here? There's literally nothing over here except grave birds? That's it? What? Huh? Oh, well, thank you. Fly mold. Just what I wanted. That's insane. That... Oh, no, I can use it to get down there. Okay. Never mind. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. It's a little drop-down cliff to grab something. Dry leaf seal. Okay, all right. Now we're talking. Now I know the... All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tor. Thank you. A blessing as always. A blessing as always, Torrent. Thank you. What is that? What does it do? Boosts Golden Ring of Light incantations. Dry leaf sack? Cool. I got fucking wombo comboed by a bird. Orange jelly, how goes the souls? Not so good, currently. I'm exploring a new area, and it has been a very poor showing thus far, with 2 of the worst boss in the entire game back-to-back. I should... Let me qualify that. 2 of the worst field boss. I don't think it's fair to call that the worst boss in comparison to other enemies that are present within the game. I don't think that's a genuine comparison. That is not on the same level as something like Mesmer. But it is certainly one of their most poorly executed encounters. That much I know for sure. Have I already been here? Is this the place where I jumped up and got the... I would love to be able to open my map! I would love to be able to open my map. Shadow Tree Fragment. Okay. Someone went down on a coffin ride and didn't survive. Happens to the best of us. I'm gonna assume that since it mentions, said to have served a purpose at altars of light and darkness, I'm assuming there's gonna be some sort of Kingdom Hearts mechanic, where there's an altar of light and an altar of darkness that I can go to buff it. Down here in the riverbed with all the slop. Oh, hello! Nice. Stop! Get... Brother. Why? Why is it always somber smithing stones? Is this one of the boss catacombs? Eastern... I thought we already found the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. Didn't we? Northern, Western. So, oh, well, I guess this is the last one. Walk in. Unless there's, like, Central. What do you got for me? Good armor? Good armor? Rakshasa. Thank you. Wow, that did not a lot of damage. I don't really feel like waiting for you to do your whole thing. I messed it up. I messed up the last one again. Oh no, he's out of Estus. Got it. There we go. It's not worth it. I'm sorry, dude. You're not fucking Genichiro. You have nothing that you can do to attack me. You cannot hurt me. I'm sorry, did you... It felt like you just... Alright, never mind. I guess he can hurt me by confusing the fuck out of me. That's a possible option. What the hell was that? Rakshasa's great katana. Oh, well, I was kind of hoping that armor would be, like, armor colored, so I could mix and match, but yeah, I guess it's fine if it's a crusty red that doesn't match with anything else in the entire game. That's fine, too. That's okay. I guess that works as well, so that I'll never get to use it. I'm fine with that. That's okay. Yeah, no, it didn't really look that cool anyway. Increases damage dealt to foes, but greatly increases damage taken by the wearer. Gotcha. So that's your glass cannon edgelord armor. Nice. Well. Is that a hippo? Is that 2 hippos? Alright. Well. I guess we've found our new tree sentinel. They come in pairs. Hippo time, baby. Secret behind the waterfall. Ooh! That's actually really nice. Well, I don't know why the fuck that's there, but I'll take it. Is there a coffin that I can ride to get down there, maybe? Oh, there is actually some gravestones. Coffin-esque as a delivery system. Of course. Slipped right through the gap. This is why I prefer coffin transport. Much safer, much more civilized. Anything behind this waterfall? There actually was. Even... Okay. Dry leaf sitting under a waterfall. I know. That's how you know it's good quality. It's still dry. That's busted. That's busted. That's insane. Oof. Okay, if this ever gets upgraded, I want it to keep that Ash of War. What the hell? Where's Alexander? Double dip. Not your turn. I'm sorry, my friend. This is what it's like playing against a blue player in Magic the Gathering. It's still my turn. It may be your turn now, but that actually just means it's my turn part 2. That's crazy. That's crazy. They put that shit on starting equipment? You can start the game with that shit? Does Congress know about this? That's crazy. Is that the best Ashivore in the game? That's... Well, no. Impaling Thrust is probably better, because Impaling Thrust, I think, does comparable stance damage, and is much faster, and does damage. And does... Excuse me. Better damage. Or find it on the first trash mob you see. Right? Damn. It's up there, actually. I don't doubt it. 40 stance damage for something that fast is insane. Like, I didn't have to fight the hippo at all. I'm gonna go for the long fall here. Never mind, I thought that was a bigger fall. Oh my fuck! That actually scared me. Oh, new gloves? That was the last piece of the set that I was missing. Convenient patch of light for me to see what the gloves look like. Okay, well, they really are just like tiny little leather gloves. But they are leather gloves. Yeah, I think the only downside of this weapon that I'm having right now is that it can't be buffed or infused. Which is a shame, because I really like it. Okay, no. No, thank you. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. That's okay. Up this way? Perhaps? Nope. Down that way, then. This is still, like, a massive portion of the map that I haven't finished yet. We're here? How do I get down? Is there a coffin I can ride? Oh, no, hold on. Catacombs. There we go. I saw you bring up a quick menu where you keep torrent, for example. How does one do that? I should probably learn after 100 hours. Okay, so there's these pouch slots that you can fill with stuff. And whenever you want a two-handed weapon, you have to hold down, if you're on a controller, Y triangle, and then you tap, right? Well, whenever you hold down Y, in my case, it also brings up that menu. And then you use the D-pad to select which one you want. Simple as. So I put torrent, lantern, rats, and then the grace teleport thing, even though you never need to use it because you can fast travel whenever you want. Cheers, I'll see how that translates to keyboard. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Does this do slash or strike damage? Does it say? It just says physical. I feel like it would be very funny if it did strike damage. I always keep my flask there and I can't go back? Interesting. What do you keep on your regular toolbar then? I'm sorry, I destroyed his whimsy there. I apologize. He was having a fun... You had your shot. You had your shot. Alright, this is probably a flail situation. Oh, wow. Rivers of Blood 2.0, huh? Rivers of Blood 2.0. Weed cutter. Cool. Flail time. One of the few times that it actually is flail time. What's all this then? Oh ho ho! Shed some light on the situation. Hopefully that's permanent and I don't need to keep reapplying that. What's down here first? I heard a whooshing noise like something dropping, but I guess we're fine. Love a good old flail. Oh shit, they come back. That's a cool spell. Do I get it? Oh, this was just the long way to get to that same spot? That's a shame. Still cool, though. Alright. The catacombs have been pretty good. I like that the catacombs instead are just focusing on being larger, more classic dungeon crawls rather than the winding, repetitive labyrinths they were in the base game that started to get really annoying towards the end of it. I think this style of design is much, much more engaging and much preferable. From whence? Alrighty. The fact that I could come here really, really early is kind of crazy to me. It seems like as long as you beat the hippo, you can go to a lot of different places first off. See, if this were Dark Souls 2, I could use a lantern. I could use a torch to light this. Let's see, is Elden Ring as good as Dark Souls 2? Alas, we can't all be peak. Alas. I think the torch mechanic in Dark Souls 2 was pretty interesting, although it wasn't executed very well. I tried my... Sorry, no, I'm sorry, after you. I tried my best to engage with it on my replay, and I found it to be pretty exciting. There were a lot of places where, because I used a shield, or in my specific playthrough, I specifically power stanced, being limited to only using one weapon at a time was actually a pretty significant detriment. And so I thought it was pretty interesting in those situations. And I liked it a lot. It was a fun challenge. I think Dark Souls 2 does a much better job at, like, going through the level encounter design if you really choose to engage with it. But the bosses are a very obvious weak point. unfortunately. Can I get up there? I must be able to, because there's goodies there. How doth one go about doing such a task? Can I drop down from above? Maybe? This already feels like too big of a drop. But worth a little exploration. Nada. Alright, well. Oh, that's not a big enough drop to do damage to you. Alright. This is a complete non sequitur. I need to find a way to watch City the animation. I've been hearing so many good things about it. And it's, you know, from the creator of Nichijou. And the little bits and pieces I've seen, the animation looks incredible. I really need to start watching it at some point. I was really looking forward to it when it got announced. I'm honestly surprised it's taken this long for me to really think about my options in terms of how I can watch it. This looks ominous. People were watching on camps. Nice. I feel like I don't really... I don't know. I haven't been around for a lot of watch-togethers, or really any of them, actually. It feels like a lot of time my schedule is pretty stacked. Which is good and bad, because I like having that kind of structure, but at times it can be a little stifling because I want to be able to fit some stuff into it. Dark Souls 2 does many one-off weird gimmicks and funny stuff that I honestly love, even if it doesn't land the mark. And most bosses having outside the boss arena thing you can do to make the encounters easier, bigger platform, lighting the place, stop the healing. I wish they were done more. Yeah, Dark Souls 2, I think I talked about this in an earlier stream, was extremely experimental in a lot of different ways. And the unfortunate truth is just that some of the experiments did not succeed, and those experiments that didn't succeed were the ones that got noticed the most. Those are the ones that got the most attention, and so it was sort of a throwing the baby out with the bathwater kind of situation where, despite Dark Souls 2 having a lot of genuinely great ideas and some new experimental aspects that it did actually pull off quite well, because a majority of the ones that they went for weren't well regarded, most of it just got thrown away entirely. Which is rough. Because again, on replay, Dark Souls 2 was really fucking fun. I really enjoyed Dark Souls 2. I had a great time with it. I did not have a good time with Dark Souls 2. I had a great time with Dark Souls 2. I was very, very happy when I was replaying it. It was a lot of fun. Big Mouth Imp, we can summon a cannon. Got Dark Souls 2 to play multiplayer, but the arbitrary restrictions there made it too much of a hassle. Yeah. Yeah. Although they did add the... Did the co-op ring help with that at all? Or was that still a hindrance? I don't remember. Did he just spawn fully formed out of the ceiling? Got him. Yeah, soul level wasn't that good of an experiment. I think that's one of the things that unfortunately didn't work too well. There was supposed to be a giant cannon imp in the middle there. Is that a joke? Was there actually? How does this keep happening? Alright, I'm gonna go for... Milady. Hello there. It's an actual unique boss. Oh. Gotcha. Unique for now. That's true. Unique. Oh my god! What is that? Oh, you're still around. Give me 1 second here. All right. We got about 5 minutes or so. Stretch. So we're gonna give this boss another try. We got 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up here, unfortunately. So we'll have to see what's going on and explore the rest of this place after. I don't have holy damage negation, so we won't be able to do that. So when he summons a guy, take him out immediately because he sticks around. Oh, okay, so you just need to hit him once. Oh my god. Rings of light all over the place. Missed both of those. That's a lot of guys. Okay. That's a lot of guys. I can't do shit about that. That's for sure. I didn't want to rebuff, but I'll take it. Alright, that's pretty annoying, I gotta say. Alright. I no longer think this gimmick is interesting and charming. I now think it's incredibly fucking annoying. Get in here, girls. Alright, I did die. Let me get that. I die again. I don't like how long the big guys stick around. Get him, girls! Oh, I would think that hitting him would stop him from doing that. Alright, I'm just gonna summon the girls immediately. Girls might be too slow for this teleporting. I don't know, it seems like they're kind of throwing down. Right. Probably have time for one more attempt. Gank for gank indeed. Go for a magic buff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take damage from that, that's for sure. Get him, girls. Get him, girls. Oh yeah, he's done for. He is done for. This attack is just plainly fucking annoying. Girls, get him! While he's focused on me, get him, girls! Don't attack the big guy, he doesn't exist! That's not good. That's good. Got him! Another victory for women everywhere. Nicely done, ladies. Nicely done. A good send-off. Women really can't lose, can they? Alright. An interesting, if unfortunately kind of fucking annoying boss. I can level up twice. Cool, cool. And then what's going on over here? It awaits inside. Oh, man. Well. Whatever that means. Wow. This is a massive area. Holy shit. Well. I guess we'll have to find out what exactly awaits inside next time. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. It's been a pleasure. Hope you had a good time. I wish we could stay live a little bit longer till Joe went live so we could raid someone, but it is not in the cards. So, until next time, have a good one, folks. I'll be back Saturday, actually, to be on Umineko with Joe, and I will be back Sunday for our regularly scheduled stream. Have a good one, folks. See ya!